My dear students, welcome to this last part of unit number 5, digital presentation. In the previous two video lessons, we have discussed the introduction to the presentation software of LibreOffice, that is called Impress, the layout of the Impress window, working with slides, and formatting the text inside the slides. Now in this last video lesson, we will be discussing some more features related to the software called Impress. The first one is working with tables. You have already seen the requirement of tables, their importance in the video lessons where we discussed about the software called Writer, and now we are discussing it here. Tables are inserted by selecting the table icon on the standard toolbar. Okay, I think you remember the layout of this. This is the Impress window. Okay, so here you have all the options. The options that we are talking about is this table. Okay, you can have the array just by selecting this in this graph. Okay, this is the graph like structure where you can have your required number of rows and columns. Clear? Tables can also be inserted by selecting the table icon on the standard toolbar. You know, by clicking on the arrow next to the table icon, which is this one, you can have a table drop down menu. Okay, here you can specify the number of rows and columns, and you can also have the table using this menu, insert, and then selecting the table option. Okay, now entering and editing the data in table. The content is put in table by placing the insertion point in a table cell and then entering the text. Then you can move the insertion point to the table by either pressing the left mouse key on that particular cell, or you can press tab key or using your arrow keys on the keyboard. So whenever you want to apply something, you have to select a particular cell within the table. So how to select? You should position the mouse cursor along its left edge, and when the cursor changes to a sloped white arrow, press right mouse button. Okay, suppose you want to select this one, then you will go to this and you will right click here. Okay, so this menu will be there. To select a particular row or column, position the row or column to select, and when the mouse cursor changes to a sloped white arrow, press the left mouse button and drag it to the end of the row. Okay, so you can select the row or the column using the mouse. A row or column can also be selected by pressing the right mouse button on the row or column. Now selecting a table. How to select an entire table? To select an entire table, first click on its edge. When the mouse cursor changes to white arrow, click on the left mouse button to move the table position on its edge, and when the cursor changes to white arrow, drag the table where you want to reposition it. Adjusting column width and row height. So to change the width of the column, you can position on the border line between the two columns, and when the cursor changes to this double arrow sign, you should press the left mouse button and then you should hold and drag it according to the requirement. Okay, so this will change the width and height of the table. And if you want to have the table borders and backgrounds, There are various formatting options that can be applied using this option. Okay, you should right click on the table and you should select the properties. Here is the table properties option. By clicking on right clicking on the table, here you can have the border color that you want. You can have borders. Okay, you can also have font effects. To delete a table, click on the slide and drag a selection box over the table to select it. Then press the delete key, or click on the table border to select the table and press the delete key. So that's how you work with the tables, and the rest of the working is similar to the tables that we have discussed in Writer. Now we come to the second portion, that is adding and formatting images. Because when you work on presentations, the images are the most powerful tool that you use to present a particular topic. Okay. So to insert an image into presentation, the menu is insert then image. Okay, or you can have the image icon that is located in the standard toolbar. Here, this is the insertion of image toolbar, and you can insert audio or video through this. So it will open the insert image toolbar dialog box. Then you can select the image that you want to insert as per your requirement. Then select the file from the desired directory. By selecting the preview option, you can have a view of the image that you are selecting. Okay. Now, there is a gallery option in the software that contains the images for your presentation. Some predefined images are there, so you can select the images from there also. How you can select? The menu option is insert, this is the main menu, then media, sub menu, and then gallery option. So this is the gallery, and you have different images in different folders already there for you to use. Okay, so you should select a theme, whichever theme you want to have, then click on the image and drag it onto the workplace you want. Okay, then you release your mouse, so it will be placed in your slide. Okay, so after the placement of the image, the main task is to format it. Okay, to give it a particular size, rotate it in a particular angle, give it a border. So these are the formatting options that you can apply to the images. So first, how to move? To move the image in the slide, click on the image so that, and then you see the cursor will change to the hand shape. Okay, then drag the picture to the desired position and then release the mouse. So whenever you select it, this boundary, dotted boundary will be created, and then you click the mouse, then you drag the mouse to the desired point and you release it. Okay, that's how you move the image. And for resizing, so whenever you click on the image, the handles, the boundary handles will be there, and you can click on a particular handle and you can move it to and fro. Okay. You should position the cursor over one of the selection handles, then you can drag the mouse to resize it, and whenever you have attained your desired size, release the mouse. Now rotating image. The image can be rotated in any direction using the rotate icon. To manually rotate the image, select the image, click the rotate icon on the line and filling toolbar. Okay, there will be an icon for rotation that you can use. click again on the selected images and the selection handle change shape and color. Click the mouse and move in the direction wherever you want to rotate it. So let us revise the process. What you will do is you will click on the picture, then you will click on the rotate icon present in the toolbar, then you will again click on the image. So it will be like this. Then you move your mouse pointer accordingly, clockwise or anti-clockwise, until you find the required rotation. Okay, then you should release the mouse. You can also have the formatting using the image toolbar. The toolbar is available under view menu, then toolbars, then image. Okay, all the properties that are there for the image, you can change it according to your wish, and you can see the result in the slide. Now, next topic is managing graphic objects. What are graphic objects? These are the graphic objects. Okay, the shapes, these lines. Okay, all these diagrams are called graphics. So Impress provides various drawing tools. The drawing toolbar is having the majority of the tools used to create graphical objects. So you should activate it by this menu option. Then you can have drawing lines. You can use to draw a line. This is the option. Okay. So when you click on this line, so there are different types of line you can choose from, and you can, after clicking on the required line, you can drag, you can select the starting point of the line and the ending point of the line in the workspace area. Okay, so click and drag on the slide to create the line or shape, and then you release the mouse. Then you have different shapes. These are the shapes that you can use, and after selecting this shape, just drag it to the slide and you can resize or rotate it as per your requirement. Now, if you are having more than one graphical object in your slide, you may require to group them so that whichever action you want to perform, that is performed on all those icons together. So more than one objects can be grouped together, and then they will be treated as a single object. A group formed by grouping the objects can be formatted as a single object. It can be moved, rotated, deleted as a one unit. Okay. So how you will do it? You will select the objects to be grouped using selection tool on the drawing toolbar, and then draw a rectangle around the objects to be grouped. Or hold down the shift key and click on each object. Okay. So first click on one object, then hold the shift key, then click on second object, and so on. And if you want to select all the objects, you can have Control A, that is for select all, or you can go to edit menu and then select the select all function option. When the selection handles are displayed, go to format option and then group. Suppose this is how we group. This is one image, this is another. Then after selecting both of them, we will go to the format menu and then we will select group. Or you have a keyboard combination also. For this, shortcut key is Control Shift G. Or you can also use the right click. After selecting all the images, just right click on the object within the group and select group from the right click menu that appears. Okay. And when you want to ungroup, how you can do it? You just select the group by clicking on any one of the object, then go to format, then group, then ungroup. Or shortcut key is Control Alt Shift G. And you can also use the right click context menu and then select ungroup. There are various options to perform a particular task in all these softwares. Now let us see how to work with slide master. Impress comes with various slide masters. These slide masters are available in the master page section of the sidebar. There are three subsections used in this presentation: recently used, available for use, okay, and the one that is used in presentation, this is the first one, then recently used and available for use, okay. So this is your slide master. The one that you have used here, recently used, is blank, and now the remaining are also displayed here for use. Okay, so you can select any one of them as per your requirement. Then very important topic in a particular presentation is to add a transition effect. Transition effect means how the slide appears or how the object in the slide appears and moves, and also when it leaves the slide, how it leaves. Okay, so the effects that we insert in the particular slide or a particular object, that is called transition. So in the sidebar you can select the slide transition icon to open the slide transition section. So this is your window and you have this. These are the option for master slides. You can see this. These are the available for use that you can select to be inserted in your slide. You just click it and it will be applied in your slide. Okay, it is very easy. Similarly, you have this animation. You can have different styles, and this is the one that we are talking about right now, that is slide transition. Okay, so you can have these effects. This is no effect, this is wipe effect. You can see this, okay, how it will look like. You can also see it. This is wheel. Okay, so that's how you apply a particular transition on a slide. Okay, so in the slides panel you select the slide to apply the transition. If you want to apply the transition to all the slides, do not select any slide. Okay, this is the Mool mantra. In the apply to selected slide list, select a transition, just as we have done. Modify the selected transition by changing the speed, adding a sound. Okay, so here you can change the speed, sound, okay, and how to advance to the new slide you can also set. Okay, you can also use it loop until next sound. Okay, if the sound is selected, so the object will loop or transition will keep on running until the next sound. So the sound that is being played will be repeated again and again until the next sound starts. Then you can have how to advance to the next slide, that is a moving on mouse click, or you can have a automatic timer after how many seconds you want to have the next slide. Then you can just have this preview of it by using this play. Okay, so to start the slideshow from the current slide, you should click slideshow. So these are the different options that you can have, and for more information you must try out all these things. Okay, because the practice is the key here. More you practice, the more skills you gain. Okay, the more accurate your actions are. So this is the practice exercise where you have to make a presentation. I think you have already made a lot of presentation in your subjects like English, SST, etc. Here are some the options for you. This is the first slide should be this, the second slide should be this, and the third slide should be this with some effects that are given. Okay, so this is for your practice. So we come to the end of this unit and to the end of the syllabus, and at the end of this unit you have your regular multiple choice questions for checking the progress that you have made. If you are not feeling confident, just revise the current video or the previous videos related to this unit number 5 and then come to this portion of checking the progress. So these are the multiple choice questions. All the questions are to be solved by you in your notebook, and these are very important as per your examination point of view. So these are the MCQs. Then after that you have the fill in the blanks questions. Okay, very simple questions. If you have gone through this unit with full concentration, these questions will be very easy for you. And then third type of category of question is true false. And you also have some short answer questions to check the progress. Okay, so the questions from these only will be appearing in your final examination, because these are a lot of questions. So after these theoretical questions, you have some practical exercises to sharpen your skills. These are the questions that you should try. Okay, do not try to implement a lot of transition effect in a slide or different transition in different slide. So it should not like a circus, it should like smooth transition. Okay, so when you are making a presentation, it should not like that you are using a lot of effects in your slides. Okay, it should be a normal. Okay, so this is the second question, and then the third and fourth one. Now at the end we have some shortcut keys for controlling your LibreOffice experience. So you must note them in your notebook and you must remember them, because they will be useful in this class and the class 10th also, because you will be working on this software only. Okay, so these are the keys, and the shortcut keys for controlling documents and windows are also there. Many of them you already know, but there might be some that will be new for you. Now for editing and formatting of documents. So students, with this we come to the end of this unit and to the end of the syllabus as well. Your syllabus that has been divided into two parts, part A and part B. Part A was employability skills, and this part B is the subject specific skills and specially related to data entry operation. Here you had 5 units, and the software suite that we were using is LibreOffice. So this part A that we have already discussed, employability skills, will be of 10 marks, and this part B will be of 40 marks, making a total of 50 marks for your theoretical examination, and 50 marks will be for your practical examination. So I hope that all these units that we have gone through are clear to you, and you will be able to solve all the questions that will appear in your final examination. and you will be scoring good marks in this subject in theoretical as well as practical part. Okay, so let's conclude this discussion and this e-learning series in the subject of information technology. May God bless you with good marks in your final examination and you get all these skills that are desired to be in a data entry operator. So at the end, I wish you best of luck for your final examination and lots of success in your future. Thank you.